Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So the summer festival is over, but this week is pretty much the best there is for character progress. Are you still upgrading your character? You need those mounts and those companions and all that bolster. And are you still even upgrading enchantments and are sorely in need of glyphs? Well, make sure you take advantage of this week. So here I'll show you all of this week's events and sales and how to make the most of them. First of all though, the summer festival is indeed over. Fortunately, there are last chance vendors. If you just go here in Protector's Enclave to the event stage, you have one guy just here which is going to be your ticket vendor. You can spend all of those if you haven't done so already. And over here, herself for your petals and then also your Favor of Soon. My recommendation again is to spend Favor of Soon on either the 4-slot mount if you need it, otherwise flowers for everyone to get more petals, and then to spend all those petals on pinatas, and then you'll eventually open those, get event food to sell, and get insignias to make powder. On top of that, a ton of refinement. Tickets, spend the copper ones for flowers for everyone for more petals, but you can purchase some items here and like save them to sell. Just check your auction house and compare prices if it's worth it for you or not. And then for silver tickets, be sure to purchase these legendary illuminated insignias of mastery to just obtain a ton of insignia powder. And mithril tickets, you can spend whatever here. Would recommend the legendary mount pack though, and then you can go on to sell all of those but also get a bunch of trade bars and silver tickets. But be aware of the other rewards you can get through these other packs and get compared prices on your platform for yourself. You can also do the same with petals. You can buy fashion items here. You can resell them. You can save onto them. They'll probably sell for premium, maybe especially these shirt and pants. But again, the more people who do it, the less everybody will get out of it. Also, your petals here, you can still keep crafting them. Be sure to go to your characters, and throughout this week you can collect them and still be able to spend them at those vendors. Just after the vendors are gone, there's no point collecting them because they'll just decay and the petals will be gone. You can of course leave your crafters to keep making petals throughout the year, but not collect them, and that way when the event comes around again, they'll immediately be still crafting petals. But let's dive into this week's events and what to do. So we have the Astral Lockbox event. This means you can go to your Wondrous Bazaar and you can purchase them here for 60,000 Astral Diamonds when you have the full discount. Because this week we get stacked on top of it the Wondrous Bazaar discounted. This means, yes, rank 12 will give you 40% off. You want to buy Astral Lockbox to give you trade bars if you still need upgrade tokens for upgrading mounts and upgrading companions. Absolute massive value. Every Astral Lockbox you open will give you these trade bars, and on average it'll about be 40 to 45. And so those trade bars, you again will go to the trade bar store just here, spend them purchasing your mount upgrade tokens, which are now discounted with basically 33% off, just 2 trade bars per 1 token, and exactly the same for companions here as well, 2 trade bars per token. Absolute massive value. Make sure you're doing that if you still need your bolster. You'll need 10 companions upgraded to Mythic to give you 100% bolster here, and you'll need 10 mounts upgraded to Mythic to give you 100% bolster here. I do recommend looking at like my priority list of when to actually focus on upgrading mounts and companions to get the bolster. For example, here at like 50,000 item level, you could just be at 1 legendary mount and like 11% bolster. And once you get above like 100,000 item level, you can then finally finish off getting your mythic mounts to get 100% bolster. You can do the same with companions. The only exception might be as if you're trying to min-max your mount power, as they can be very good for say damage and also team support. And without 100% bolster, they're just going to have a lesser effect. So again, if you need trade bars, be sure to buy some extra Astral Lock boxes. This is the best time to do so, and they are super good value for that. Alternatively, you just have VIP and you save your daily enchanted keys and you open traditional lock boxes, and you would do that already. I would recommend to play this game with VIP, either by getting the Zen through the exchange or purchasing it to support the game a bit. But these traditional lock boxes will also give you on average about 45 trade bars. So yes, this week is huge with the Astral Lockbox event stacked with the Wondrous Bazaar discount and the trade bar store discount. So absolutely make the most of that to get all of those upgrade tokens you may need. It is one of the most important events to take advantage of, as especially a newer player who again still needs to upgrade. You can of course spend trade bars to get Insignia powder, but this is actually on the pretty expensive side when you consider events like getting it through the summer festival via pinatas, and then also the Saha balls via the tickets. And then there's also the Protector's Jubilee anniversary event, which absolutely massive for Insignia powder. Both of those pretty much easily would have sorted you out all of the insignias you'd need to have a full set on Mythic. You can then also do your Reaper's Challenge every day, and every 5 days you'll get another legendary insignias through this store. Lots of ways to get powder without having to spend those valuable trade bars. Also keep in mind of consumables. When going into endgame content, it is highly recommended you have a bunch of Scrolls of Life and Stones of Health. So you can purchase them here if you have the trade bars, or you can go to the auction house during this week and you'll get them at the cheapest rates generally, because people will be looking to just resell and make Astral Diamonds off their trade bars. Now, yes, while opening Astral Lock boxes, you do have a chance to obtain some other companions, mounts there, but it is all just very low drop rate that I wouldn't be too concerned about it. But if you want any of those rewards, be sure to check the auction house. People will get lucky and drop them, and they may not need them. And that way, go to your auction house, check the reward, and the price will go down over this week. Again, these events are only here for 1 week. Next Thursday, they'll be gone, and we'll have to wait probably a good few more months, if not till next year, before we get this again. Just opening these lock boxes will give you those random companions, random mounts, and if you need any of them, like the Golden Cat can be particularly valuable, the Black Death Scorpion, the Myconid Bullet, the Pink Sylph Wings, and also even the Vistani Wanderer or the Book Imp. Just check those prices on your own platform, and you can see like the Golden Cat going for like 3.7 million. It's actually not the worst deal, but you can expect that probably to go down to like 2 million during this week, which will definitely be a decent bargain for account-wide Mythic companion. This one being particularly valuable for the offensive power for damage dealers, gaining that combat advantage. Other than that, yes, you have ×2 currency for the Cloaked Ascendancy, so be sure to make the most of that. If you still have characters who need to get the boon points, then by all means progress through it. I will make some more detailed videos on how exactly to get, say, 100% bolster as like cheap as possible on both mounts and companions, and you'll see why that will confirm how valuable Astral Lock boxes can be. If you don't have VIP and are, say, a fully free to play player and haven't yet got your exchange here to get that Zen, to get VIP, then you might not be worth purchasing the Astral Lock boxes on the Bazaar, as they could be like 85,000 Astral Diamonds, as you can see here, without VIP. And so you can just check the auction house and you should be able to buy them for like 70,000, a bit less even, during this week. You can also go and resell them for yourself. Just be aware, if you are selling Astral Lock boxes, that there is a 10% auction house cut. So like the minimum you can sell them at is like 66,000. So this is a pretty good deal as a free to play player, but again, not the best deal you could have if you got VIP. I would recommend saving Astral Diamonds, putting them on an exchange. You can get 10,000 Zen And then you can get a full year worth of VIP, which is a full year worth of enchanted keys on top of all the benefits you get with the discounts. Because you can also purchase then your glyphs of potencies at the cheapest rate, 30,000. You can again most likely buy them for like around 34,000 from the auction house, just because people will resell these, but they are pretty well needed for, say, upgrading enchantments. So you can plan ahead how many will you need and purchase them during this week as well. It is absolutely one of the best weeks, getting everything stacked together to get a lot of character progress. Of course, you will have needed to get some astral diamonds beforehand, but even getting your 100,000 per day, having 700,000 astral diamonds will get you somewhere during this week. And otherwise, be sure to keep an eye out for this combination of events returning in, say, a few months or next year, and you can make the most of that again. Just save up. So thank you for watching. A massive thank you to all of these channel members. I want to see you guys around. Goodbye for now.